Thanks, guys, for getting on tonight. I feel like we haven't talked in so long. So I'm just going to kind of keep tonight's call kind of short because I just want to talk about a few things that have been happening going forward. A few things we didn't really. You guys all know the announcements that were made on the cruise, which include Country Heat, the Challenge Group app, all of that fun stuff. So there really weren't any like exclusive things on the cruise that I feel like we have to share, which is kind of a good thing because I feel like you guys all knew about Country Heat before even we did. So I hope you guys are excited about that one. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for being involved last week with Sherry because I know I'm going back through all of her posts and they were awesome. So if you guys haven't gone through all of the great stuff that she gave last week, maybe just take some time and scroll through the Facebook page and just go back and review the things that she gave to you guys. I know some of you actually went through the entire thing and you made your videos and you posted about it, which I know is very scary for some people. So thank you to those who actually did do it. I hope you guys are doing really good in the Diamond group. There are 5 teams total in the Diamond training, and there are a few teams that are just kind of already kicking butt. So I hope you guys are excited about that. If you guys have any questions about it, we can chat too also about the Diamond group. But I know a lot of you guys are doing amazing in it. So I'm really excited to see how this kind of goes. The trainings are awesome. The videos are literally like 6 minutes long. It's not that bad. And then there's just kind of daily assignments and stuff. So the trainings are awesome. I'm excited to see how you guys are going to go forward with it. So keep them up. And we have some really good prizes for your bingo cards. So I hope you guys all read over your cards and let me know if there's any questions about any of those. But one thing too going forward is we really loved everything with how the whole Takeover Coach of the Week went. Meaning once a week, a coach is going to literally just take over and you are not going to hear from me for an entire week. That person is also going to host the team calls that week, and they are going to be assigned weeks. So look for an email from me coming because some of you are just going to get assigned weeks instead of picking weeks. Okay, which will be fun. So the cool thing, this was actually honestly all Sherry's idea. I think she's going to hop on a little late tonight, but she can talk about it a little bit more. But it's all from Sherry about doing this takeover a week. Oh, there she is. She must have heard me talking about her. And it's all Sherry's idea, but I absolutely love this idea because I think we are all so similar and we're all so different at the same time. And we all have such really great, unique traits that I think we can really give to each other. You know, like we're always talking about how we can help our customers and how we can help our coaches, but sometimes we forget that, you know, we have this awesome community in Team Takeover. And we have all these great people, and we are somehow not even, like, talking to each other. Like, most of you guys aren't even friends with each other. So by having a Takeover Coach of the Week, I think is going to be a big switch in the vibe of the group because, like, Sherry is so different from so many of us, and she has so much to offer. And I know that a lot of you guys lost your fucking minds when she talked on the very first team call. And she just has this great energy, and she can give you guys so much that I know a lot of you need, right? The mental clarifications. And to have somebody like that who's got such an amazing background give you all of this stuff for free, I mean, it's kind of like, if you guys didn't listen to the videos and read her posts, it's kind of like you guys missed out. So moving forward, Sherry is going to do once a week, 1 week every month going forward, but I'm going to also pick and choose some of you guys to also host weekly. And that could be anything. Your topic could be anything. I mean, like Harmony is really awesome with her the autoimmune disease and the eating and healing your acne. So she doesn't, obviously, like if I pick her, she's not going to talk how to heal your acne because not everybody has that issue, but she has such a great way of sharing the journey and her struggles that's something that she can talk about. And it's just something that we are all so different on, Taryn is super crafty, and I am not a crafty person. So maybe she can teach me something about being crafty. She is also really good with brainstorming for names and challenge group ideas. She usually comes up with all of the group names. I always text her. So that's something that she could do. We can all work together to pick and choose each other's strengths and weaknesses. So start thinking about some things that you guys absolutely love and that you can teach somebody something. And it's super easy. It doesn't even have to be about the business. It could be about something fitness related, or how to cook something super easy, or how to juggle being a stay-at-home mom with like 18 kids and having a full-time job and being a coach. It could be anything, okay? So I want you guys to start thinking about some things, because you might be getting a message from me any day now giving you a week to host, okay? It's a good way also for you guys to see what it's like being on the other side and being a leader, because eventually this leader role is going to come to you guys, and it should be exciting because it's like a new different coach hat that you can put on. Like you help people lose weight and understand, how much to eat and the exercise part. And then you have to put on this new coach hat. And now all of a sudden you're supposed to lead somebody and help mentor them in creating a business. And sometimes it can be really scary. So why not use each other, and why not use the comfort and the safetiness of Team Takeover as a way to start learning how to lead? Okay, so that's something that we're going to go forward with. So thank you, Sherry, for that idea, because I'm really excited for it. I hope you guys are too. Is anybody super scared that they're going to get a message from me? Everyone's hand goes up, right? Okay, don't worry. This is a safe place. See, the reason you guys are all nervous, when you want to do it with each other, like get the fuck-ups out of the way with each other instead of doing it like with your coaches or with your challengers. So this is a really great way, and it's going to also force you guys to host a team call and do all of the talking, which I know for some of you is like a no-go. You're like, no. Okay, but it's a good experience, and it's a good way for you guys to also learn just the bigger picture of what your business can be for you. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. So a few other things. Let's see. I know that a few of you guys are in Josh Coates' Art of Recruiting and a few of his other trainings. So if you guys don't know who Josh Coates is, write his name down. His last name is Coats, like a coat. I personally work with him one-on-one weekly. He is a mentor of mine outside of Beachbody World. So I have a few mentors, and he's one of them. And he is this awesome life business coach. And the really cool thing is that I get to announce to you tonight is he was just down in Orlando for a John C. Maxwell event, and he was able to meet John C. Maxwell and get all of this training. And he is going to have a live call on Monday night, and everybody is able to get on this call and hear directly from his training from John C. Maxwell if you're on a team with one of his one-on-ones, which is me. So you guys all get the benefit, okay? So mark your calendars. I think it's like 9 o'clock Eastern, the call with Josh. But I'll post all of the info soon, but just kind of jot that down so you guys remember on Monday night to get on, because it's going to be probably really amazing. I met Josh Coates through Team Triceps, which is like our grandma team, and he really helps people with leadership and organization and just understanding the bigger picture of why we're here. Because sometimes we kind of lose sight of why we signed up in the first place, which is just helping people. And I know that sometimes life is crazy and things get in the way, and having somebody like Josh can really like hone in and help you guys. So He has a total of 3 different trainings that he does. The newest one is going on right now, and I had a great one-on-one earlier with Taryn, and I just want to unmute her so she can kind of give you guys her takeaways so far, because you're doing amazing, right?
Thank you. Yes, like my number one plan is to for sure get one-on-ones with him in the future. Like, I think there's a few of y'all that's in the training too, but it is amazing. I love it. I think the most big thing that I learned is to be intentional, and I wasn't doing that as well as I could have, if that makes sense. So once I started being intentional and doing my vital behaviors, things just like went up for me fast. So I don't know, it's just a really good group. And I think with being intentional, the main thing for me was my profile picture. So I try to make it more professional and intentional for people to see that I am Beachbody, that I am successful, and it just, everything, like my likes and everything, like doubled. So I don't know, it's just really good training. Like I want to do all his trainings now.
This is your first time with Josh, right?
It's my first time. Yeah, I love it. So worth every penny.
I mean, you went from going from hardly hitting Success Club to at least hitting 4 the past, like 2-3 months.
Yeah, and just getting hits. And, like, people are actually, like, all my likes and views are doubling, tripling. My convos are tripled. And I feel like it's just from me being intentional about what I post and what I put out there. Like, I just really try to focus on helping others more, like posting something that's going to show somebody what Beachbody really is.
Yeah.
Instead of just showing like how I used to, just like pictures of Shakeology and stuff. And then I'd be lost and confused all day and stressed out. I didn't know what to post, and his training just really kind of laid it out for me. So what I need to do and how to be intentional. It's very motivating. So.
Thank you. Taryn, can you write your Instagram name in the chat box so you guys should all like follow each other and see what each other's doing? Because based on just since Taryn started this training with Josh, like I could even see a huge difference in her social media. And you guys know, like social media is kind of one of those things where it's just a great opportunity for you guys to show what you're about, so that way you're not just being like that coach or like that it wraps girl, where it's just like crap. You want to always provide value, and that's something that you really will learn, especially in something like a Josh Coates training, but it'll be a lot more honed in, I guess, and he really spells things out for you, like exactly how you guys should do it. So if you've never done anything with Josh, make sure you get on the call with me on Monday night with him, because I think I don't know, Josh is just like a Carl Deichler to me. The second I hear Carl Deichler is Beachbody's CEO, by the way. Okay. The second Carl Deichler starts talking, instantly it just hits me. If you guys have ever heard him talk on the national wake-up calls or seen him in person talk, like, I don't know, his presence and his energy, and that's just what Josh does too. So if you've never been or seen a video with Josh or been on a call with him, make sure you guys can get on Monday, because I think you'll just understand like why we're talking about this tonight. Because I know for me, having somebody like Josh was probably the biggest deciding factor between being a diamond this time last year and ending the year as 5-star elite. It was just that one thing that you just really needed to click. And having somebody as an outside third party point of view who's a legit straight up life coach, not a business coach or anything. Like, I mean, he tells me that I'm a redheaded firecracker rock star. Like, sometimes that's just what I need to hear. So having somebody that is kind of outside of Beachbody and not always so Beachbody is a really great thing. And because he comes from John C. Maxwell, you guys should all have at least read something from John C. Maxwell by now. John C. Maxwell is legit. And he knows exactly what he's talking about, anything personal development, business development, or leadership. So the fact that we're getting training from somebody that works directly underneath that John C. Maxwell umbrella, I think is huge. It's kind of silly that you guys are all going to be getting this stuff for free, especially on Monday night. So you should take advantage of anything that Josh gives us. Okay, because he's a huge guy. So if you guys want also more info on Josh, it's joshuacoates.com, but I'll be posting the link also once I get it with the information from Monday night. But Josh could be a really huge deciding factor for you guys if some of you are kind of struggling with anything that has to do with clarity and focus. If you just feel like you're super jumbled and you can't get your life kind of organized, he has something that for that too, right? So that's what I mean. When I heard about the clarity and focus, I was like, put me in that nonsense, because I have no focus. Like, I'm that, dog with my head out the window, like tree, squirrel. So something like a clarity and focus group, if that's how you roll, like me, that could be a really good, something that could be a huge deciding factor in how successful you guys can be. Okay. And then also talking with Taryn this morning, it was really funny. I was like, so, like, what has been the biggest, change so far, because you can see you're kicking ass, things are moving, it's just flowing and everything just feels right. And you guys want to know her answer? The 3 vital behaviors. So, the 3 VBs, okay, they're there for a reason, guys. If you do anything every single day, it's just the 3 VBs. This business doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't have to sit there on your computer and start sweating because you have to talk to people that you went to high school with. It doesn't have to be like that, okay? But you guys just focus back on yourself, okay? So one of the 3 vital behaviors is just do it being product of the product. You guys should all be doing a program. Who's not doing a program? Good. You guys all passed. You're like, oh crap, what is she asking? Okay, so by following a program, that's the one thing that you guys have to do. Follow a program and drink your Shakeology. You have to take care of yourself. Okay? When you feel good, everything else in your life is going to feel good. Your business is going to boom. Your friendships, your relationships are going to be so much better. Your life is going to be more organized. It just flows. These programs are there for a reason. And the reason why most of you guys are coaches is because they work. So sometimes you just got to take that step back and just get back to basics and do a program. Okay? So just do a program. I don't care what it is. I'm doing just the 30-day version of hammer or no hammer, just chisel. It's still a program. At least it's something. At least there's some sort of plan. Also, by having your, following your meal plan is a great way for you to stay accountable, but it's also something really great that you can share with people that are following you. So when you have people that are coming to you and they're like, oh, you look awesome, what are you doing? This is when you say what you're doing. Okay? So being product of the product has to be number 1. So when you think about it, most of your job as a coach is to take care of yourself. Okay. Drink your Shakeology, and then personal development. So personal development has to be like another non-negotiable. So non-negotiable are things that you have to do every single day or you can't go to sleep. Your non-negotiable has to be a personal development. And your personal development can count as so many different things, guys. You don't have to sit at a desk with a book open for 30 minutes. Your personal development could be the National Wake Up Call every Monday. Your personal development could be a podcast. It could be a book. It could be a book about spirituality. It could be a book about becoming an awesome leader. It could be a book about going for no and overcoming any kind of fear or self-confidence. But personal development is something that I fought for a very, very long time. And when I finally gave into it, that's when I had huge changes in my business because I was doing a lot of things for myself personally. So if you guys, what books are everybody reading? Does anybody have a book that they're reading right now that they love? And, oh, that is a good one, Meg. Oh, I love Gabby. I have Gabby on my desk too. Who else? Kelly, I'm going to unmute you. What book are you reading? She's like, oh, crap, I'm running away.
I'm getting it.
That would have been really funny if she was like, nope.
I'm getting attacked by a dog currently.
If you guys have a good book, hold it up. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have that on my desk, too.
Right.
Frankie, get out of the way. Harmony, put your book back up. Meg, are you listening to yours on audio? Casey, what book are you reading? Hold on, I'm unmuting Casey. She's like, oh, crap. What book are you reading?
I don't.
Casey, you need a book. Oh, wow, these are good. All right, let's pick a book for Casey. Casey, where do you feel like you're struggling right now?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, what area do you feel like is really, really great for you right now?
I'm getting better at talking to people.
Yay!
Actually, they're coming to me now.
So exciting, right?
Yeah. I was like, I don't even have to message anybody. They're starting to message me.
Exciting. So do you think that you need a book, something like more businessy, where you want to learn how to talk to people more or how to stay organized?
Organization. That would be a good one.
Does anybody have a good organization book? I feel like this is Allie's thing. So not an organized person. Push. Oh, Push is a good one, Meg. Casey, have you done that one?
No.
No.
Meg, you know what's a good one? This one. Danielle Laporte.
Oh,
The Desire Map.
The Desire Mat, and then she also has the fire starter sessions. So this kind of gets you organized, but this also gives you that little spiritual, like it weaves in that spiritual and just like that positive mindset. Her stuff's amazing. Like her and Gabby both are really great.
And
but like this is more about, really like it has exercises in it, and it just, allows you to find that structure.
And what's her name?
It's Danielle Laporte.
Danielle Laporte.
Yeah, but and then the Desire Map, and then the other one looks like this.
I did the fire starters sessions. And that's just,
yeah, so these are both. So fire starter sessions and then the Desire Map are both awesome.
See, look at that.
This is also a really great book, though. So this is Christine Hassler, Expectation Hangover. This book is so awesome because really the whole concept is, so no matter what it is we're doing, say we're trying to get challengers, or you want to put a workshop together at your gym, or I want to create this amazing yoga workshop and I think it's so awesome, and I have this expectation that I'm going to get 15 challengers this month, or I'm going to sign up 5 coaches, or whatever it is. And then that doesn't happen. We build up all of this expectation because we think everything that we're doing is amazing and our idea is so great, and it is. But when it doesn't happen, then we're like, oh, like we feel like we've been knocked down a few pegs. But we don't realize that maybe we got, 10 challengers and not 15, or maybe you had 10 people show up to your workshop and not 20. It doesn't mean you're not going to have a successful workshop. It's just that we create these expectations in our mind because we get excited, and we should create those expectations. But this book teaches you, don't look at the negative, like look at the positive, and it just kind of teaches you to move through those blocks. And the one thing, like I know Meg and I, we need to have a call together, but she'd asked me a question last week on like, how do I talk about the stuff that I talk about, and something like that. But when you start reading more personal development and you start to find people that, that you really enjoy. I mean, I love Grant Cardone and I love Gabby, and it's just, the more that I've studied Gabby over the years, and the more that I listen to it, and same thing with Grant Cardone, the more I listen to it over and over and over again, I pick up on these certain things that they might say. And then those things start to like make you feel a certain way. And then once you start to feel a certain way, then you're able to put that own spin on your post or what it is that you want to talk about. So when you listen to your personal development, like think about that. It's not just like, oh, Grant Cardone's talking about, how to be motivated today. Okay, great. But the way he says it, he has a lot of passion behind what he says. It's like
And then that right there starts to give you a feeling. And then when you get that feeling, then what do you start feeling and what do you start thinking? And as soon as you start to think and feel that, then that's when you start to like, do that post or, whatever, like create your next theme for your challenge group. So it's little things like that. When I listen to my stuff in the morning or I read something in the morning, it's like, that's what sets my intention for the day. And as soon as I get that feeling, then that's when I go and I start to post in my groups, my Choose to Shine group, or I start to post on my personal page or my business page or whatever. But and the more that you do it, it just becomes more natural. And that's like the essence. Like that's where, and then that's like our individuality, you might hear one thing, we might listen to the same thing, and we're going to have two totally different.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. Okay, Casey, did you write that down?
I wrote a couple down.
Do you feel like that one might be good for you where you are right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to get a book on Friday.
Okay. So on Friday, everybody here.
I will post it.
Everyone mark it down. Friday, we're going to see a post from Casey, okay? Okay. Who else does not have a book? Carlene, you're a newbie. You don't count. I'll get you one. I already have ones picked out for you. Anybody else is not reading one? Okay, good. Yay! All right, good. So PD has got to be a must. So if you guys feel like maybe you can't have the time to sit down and actually read, think about audiobooks, think about podcasts, think about how you listen or do your PD. So here's something that I'm trying now. This might be TMI, but whatever. My PD book is currently in the bathroom. So instead of taking my cellular device, I will now be reading my PD because I will have nothing else to do while I sit there waiting for Shaco to kick in. Okay, so I listen to my PD when I'm taking a shower. I listen to PD when I'm cooking. When I'm working, I have it playing in the background because just like what Sherry said, it doesn't matter if you've listened to the 10X or you've listened to You Are a Badass before. If you listen to it again, you're going to pick up something that you didn't hear before. Like I could just have it playing in the background and something just goes off and you're just like, oh, just hits you in a different way depending on what day and what you need to hear. So PD has to be a must. So think about PD too as you have a personal development, but then you also need business development. They're two different things. So think about how you are, and it's going to change. And sometimes if you're reading something and it's not working for you, you're not getting anything out of it, you can stop and pick something else up. But just sometimes feel where you are. You'll start to understand too what you're missing. You'll feel out of balance, and it's usually your personal development. So if right now you feel like you're super struggling with getting to Success Club, or you had this huge goal and you are nowhere near it, right? Like my goal is Success Club 20 for me and 5 for Tom. I'm at Success Club 6, okay? Guess what's been off? My personal development. Why? Because I've been traveling and I've gotten off my schedule. So I know the second I get back into my routine with my personal development, doing my workouts, drinking my Shakeology every day, everything else is going to flow. And then the last vital behavior that everybody loves is talking to people, right? So I was thinking about this earlier. I feel like that's like the biggest hurdle is just talking to people. But when you start opening up and when you start posting in a way that is you talking to people, just like Casey said, people are going to start to come to you because you're sharing in such a great way. So that's something that's really scary, I know, but if you think about it, it's just you behind a cell phone, right? For the most part, it's just you behind a phone or you behind a computer screen. If somebody doesn't answer you, it's their fault, right? Because you're effing amazing. That's what I think. Sometimes you just have to switch your mindset like that. At the end of the day, if you guys have to talk to people. But isn't that kind of amazing that your job is to talk to people? I think about that all the time when I don't want to talk to people or when I don't want to go do my invites. I'm like, God damn it, Meredith. You're such an asshole. Your job is to talk to people and to help others. Stop being in your own head. It's just on our end. We're the ones that are scared. But, I mean, nobody ever wants to voluntarily reach out to somebody that they don't really know and ask for help. It doesn't really happen that often. So it's almost like you have to stop being selfish and ask people if they are ready for help and if they need help. Okay? Because most of you guys wouldn't even be here if somebody didn't ask you if you were ready or ask you. Right? Harmony would not be in my life if I didn't stalk her on Instagram. And she told me no. She was a sassy little thing, a little ballerina. Okay? But do you see what I mean? If I never asked her, she wouldn't be in my life. Same thing. So you guys have to just take that thing out of your head because it's all on your end. So if you send a message every day to 3 people, and it's something super simple, like, hey, I'm so happy it's springtime. I hate the winter. If it snows one more time, I'm going to blow my head off. I don't know. Your page is really cute. Your Instagram page is really inspiring. How did you get started with your journey with health and fitness? What's the harm in that question, right? Because then maybe you'll have something in common, and then you can talk a little bit more. And then that relationship can continue to grow. And the next thing you know, you're best friends, and they're just stalking you naturally because you're awesome, and they're going to want to be your best friend and join whatever you're doing. Okay, so write that down for like Instagram or any kind of social media post. That's a really great intro talk. And that is your day. Do your workout, drink your Shakeology, listen or read personal development, and ask 3 people how they got started on their health and fitness journey. Because their page is super awesome and inspiring. Okay? If you guys do those things, you could start tonight, right? You could start it today. If you didn't work out, if you didn't drink your Shako, I'm going to go have mine. It's one of those things. You guys can still do it. Little baby combos, right? All you have to do is just find friends. Everybody wants fun friends. Okay? So take a deep breath in when it comes to inviting. Get out of your own head. Just think about finding that one best friend, that one awesome person you won't be able to live without, because that's what you're going to essentially try to find, right? Your own little mini tribe of crazies. Okay, but you have to talk to people so you can find out who you like. Okay, so just go back to basics, hit it home with the 3 vital behaviors, and that's it. Focus on those things. Okay. And I promise it's only the 23rd. This month goes until the 31st, right? We're in one of those months. That's so much time, guys. That's so much time. If you're stressing out because you're not at your goal, you have so much time. But you have to go do those 3 VBs. Okay. I just enjoy saying 3 VBs. It just sounds so fun, right? Sarah Chaludi told me that one. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about 3 VBs? Personal development, inviting, talking. No. Okay. So that's another thing. So I know, doing your 3 vitals will 100% lead you guys to Success Club. Okay. So Success Club should be a non-negotiable, but here's the thing. If you're doing all of the things that you should be with your 3 vitals, Success Club is going to be kind of like a natural thing. It just happens if you do your 3 vitals. There is no other secret sauce. I can't tell you anything else besides go do those 3 things, and then everything else will happen. Okay? So kind of almost even maybe just remove the pressure of getting points. If that's going to be a thing that gets you mentally stuck, go back to the basics, okay? Any questions? Does anybody want to talk about anything? Elaborate on something that anybody else talked about?
I was just going to say about like the personal development, like listening to it. I listen to it when I take my kids to school and pick them up. So that's when I get mine in. But then the weekend comes and that's usually when I kind of get off course because they're not at school.
But you have like an 18-hour drive to and from your kid's school, so that kind of makes up for the 2 days.
18 hours is pretty close, it feels like.
That's what it feels like. But that's the thing, like, there's always time. It's just choosing to listen to personal development over putting on the radio.
Right.
Or, you know, opening up a book instead of a magazine. I don't know if people get magazines anymore, but I do. I love magazines. Thanks, Aunt.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. See? Right? It's one of those things. You just got to pick up the right thing. Same thing with food. You got to pick up the veggie instead of the potato chip. It sucks. Only at first, though, right? And then your palate changes and you're like, I need that vegetable. Okay, right? Okay, so make sure you guys follow each other on Instagram and on Facebook too, because a lot of you guys have been doing really amazing and you can kind of feed off of each other's energies and get really great ideas from each other. So you'll start to see, like, I mean, even if you start to think about your post as something that's an intentional thing, it can really be a big change too. So just pay attention to the content, maybe of others, and see what they're doing. Okay. So next week we have a guest host. I know her. She actually has endo. That's how I know her. But she is a 3-star premier coach. I might be getting those stats wrong, but she's awesome. She's going to be guest hosting our call next week, so get excited. So make sure you guys mark those calendars. Monday night, I'll post the info. I don't know exactly what time. But Monday night is a call with Josh, and then Wednesday, team call with Ashley, and she's going to be guest hosting. Lots of calls next week. Okay. So thank you guys so much for getting on tonight.